So good morning to everybody. How is everybody doing? Welcome to my live show. I promised to go live this morning, and now I am live. I want everybody to join so that we can spend this time together. You know how we do it. We are here to discuss money. The topic is health actually wealth? They say health is wealth. We will find out this morning if health is wealth. Patrick, the power of money, that's why we are here. Patrick, good morning to you. That's why we are here. The power of money. That's why we are here. So, I did not touch anything. Well, yes, my YouTube is on, but I don't know what's going on. So, guys, I want to say I'm just waiting for people to join me on YouTube before I get the party started. Well, too much effigy. Good morning to you. Too much effigy. You live in Budapest. I think you live in Budapest. Yes, I was one time in Budapest. That was in the 90s. I told you I spent a month in Budapest. That was early 90s back then. Back then, every Sunday we go to Keleti. Keleti is the central train station. You know Keleti if you live in Budapest. That's where we usually gathered back then. So as you join me, like and share. You've got to like and share. That's a way. What are you doing here if you don't show support? Do you understand me? You've got to show support by liking and sharing. That's it. If it is growth, I've already grown. You know it yourself. Thank you so much, R. Yeah, so that is what being a fan is. Patrick, you are old school here now. I don't need to remind you. You know how we do it. I am already big. If it comes to being big, I'm already big. Kemuro's stuff, I see you big time. Good morning to you, Kemuro's. I don't know where you are watching me from, but I see you, Kemuro's stuff. I see you big time. You know, I don't joke with my devoted fans. I don't joke with you guys. I know my supporters, people who wish me well. People who wish me well. Money bag, I see you big time. So you live in Netherlands, but you are from South Africa. I have a lot of South African fans on YouTube, yes, too, and on TikTok. Many of my South African fans are on TikTok. But I've not seen some of them for a while now. I've not seen some of them. Fellas, good morning to you. Good to have you in the building. So, this morning we are here to discuss money. Is health actually wealth? That is why we are gathered here this morning. Do you understand me now? Jordan sir, I see you big time. These are my people. People that have been on this page for years now. Whatever happens, they are here. Conqueror, I see you big time. Jordan sir has been here for years. I know these are my people. Somebody said health is, we will go there. Jordan sir said they are going to be with me for life. These are lovers of Rodi. I love them too. I don't joke with them. Okay, I should move on now. Okay, let's go. We are discussing. I said yesterday we are going to discuss the power of money. The power of money. Man, I'm going to take these things bit by bit. And I'm going to share what I know, my experience about money with you guys. Money. More people should join us. Man, when we talk about money, money is the God of this world. I know some people would like to argue and say, what are you talking? God is this, God is that, God is this. Let me tell you what you don't know. Like I said before, poverty is a disease. Poverty itself. Poverty is a crankite. Poverty is unhealthy. I know a family member whose wife left because of poverty. I'm not telling you about other people. So many marriages crashed. So many marriages crashed because of poverty. There are women and men who still hold on to their marriage because of money. The power of money is what is keeping some marriages. Man, I'm going to take these things bit by bit. There are people who are not, okay, money. This morning I'm going to go raw. I'm going to go raw this morning. And I'm going, first and foremost, everyone that is watching me, why did you leave your native land? Why did you leave your native land? Why did you leave the country of your birth that you claim to love so much? Every one of us living in the diaspora left home because of money. Everyone. Even if you say it is because of insecurity, money can buy security. Most countries that are suffering high rates of insecurity today is as a because of poverty. They have no money to fight insecurity. When I tell you that money answereth all things, some people argue me. The only thing money cannot do is raise the dead. Now, you see some people who did not travel abroad, but they relocated to another city. I'm not yet to bring in people. I just started, so I'm not bringing in anybody now till I'm done speaking. There are people who left their home state to another state. They left. Why did you leave? Why didn't you stay in your village? You left your home state, your native land, to go to another city to look for money. You discover that in life, as we live, we continue to chase money. Every morning as day breaks, everybody wakes up to go do what? You meet people in the autobus. You meet people on the street train. You meet people on the plane. Everyone is looking for money. Why are children going to school? Why did we go to school? Everybody went to school in order to get a good job and earn good money. That is the belief. But I'm going to touch that school area. The purpose of sending your child to school is, at the end of the day, is to get a nice job and earn good money. You discover that everything in this world revolves around making money. Now, some people sold their properties to come abroad. Some stole money. Some did a lot of evil things to come abroad because of money. Now, as we came to Europe here, okay, somebody said he's at work, chasing after money. Thank you so much. Why do you go to work? I do not know why some people like to argue. Why do you go to work every day? The time you are supposed to relax, whether you like it or not, you go to work. Even at times when you are sick, you go to work. And I tell you that money rules this world. You come to argue. Why do you wake up every morning? You face racism. You do hard jobs. You clean yash at hospitals. You attend to old people. You do so many kinds of jobs. Go to Africa and see the kind of job people do just to make money. I told you guys when I was driving taxi, there were times I drove taxi for 15 hours because of money. Many people died chasing after money, looking for money. Still, they did not get it. Many died. Now, look, let me go further. You know, sometimes when I make some videos, if the video affects some people, you see them come online to start defending themselves and talking rubbish. Now, let's go. As you came to abroad here to look for money, you call it to seek for greener pastures. As you came to abroad to seek for greener, somebody asked me, where do I come from? I come from Vienna. As you came to abroad to seek for greener pastures, let me tell you what is involved. To tell you how powerful money is. The moment you arrived to your destination, battle begins. You begin to fight for your money, how to establish yourself. Many people watching me, many men and women, some men married old women, old European women, old African women, fat women, slim women, tall women, because of money. How? This is what I call indirect kick. Why did you marry that woman that is old enough to be your mother? Because you want to get documents. I call it indirect kick. Because you know, when you get documents, it will enable you to work. You are still chasing after money. And look at the extent you go just to make money. I told you that money is unhealthy. I mean, poverty is unhealthy. Poverty is a disease. Why did you marry an old woman? Let me say it here. Why did many people came abroad and married women that are not their choice women? The same thing with women too. Some women, African women who came here, married drunkards, married junkies. These drunkards, if you see them, you cannot eat food. Because they want to survive. What are they doing? They are chasing after better life, money. Are you listening to me now? And somebody will come and say, health is wealth. Let me tell you, here in Europe, here, I'm not talking about Africa. I will touch the African aspect of it. Did you know, as I'm making this video, how many people that have no home, no accommodation, even in US? Do you know how many people that are homeless in Skid Row, Los Angeles, here in Europe, in every nation? Why are these people homeless? Do you know what it means for somebody to be homeless? When you are unable to pay your rent, you'll be sacked. You'll be removed from your home. You will be removed. Many women now are living in Frauenhaus. Frauenhaus is a place for homeless people. A place for homeless people. I know a man here who packs. In fact, there was the case of one man. For years, he wasn't living with his wife and children. I appreciate you. Esther Pretious Nell, I appreciate you. I know the case of one man. For years, he wasn't living together with his wife because they have no apartments. They did not divorce. So they didn't divorce because they couldn't. I'm talking about here in Vienna. They couldn't afford to pay house rent. The wife was living somewhere and the husband was living somewhere for years. You tell me that, I'm telling you that poverty is a disease. It's a crankite. And you are arguing me. Did you know how many women who are sleeping with other men because of poverty? You may not know. Poverty, because the love they have for their children. Poverty has pushed a lot of women to, even, what am I talking, self? Poverty pushed a lot of people into prostitution, a lot of women. There are some, let's go there. I told you that poverty is unhealthy. Poverty is a disease. If I tell you, many of our, even in Europe here, I will take it one after the other. Many African women, we don't call tribes, we don't call country. Many African women came to abroad to do prostitution. Young girls, young adults. Many people came to abroad. Why did they come to? Do you know what poverty does to people? There are so many people here now, their parents have no place to stay. Their siblings are out of school. Why are their parents homeless? Please don't call don't call this place. Don't call me. Don't distract me. Let me do my thing. When you look back, I don't want to rush this program. When you look back, your parents are living in a mud house. You have no toilets, no decent toilets. Don't you know that not having a decent toilet is a punishment? Have you suffered that before? One of the biggest, the worst experience you have in life is not having a decent toilet where you go poo, where you go remove the waste in your body. If you carry shit, excrement in your bowel for days, for days, your eye will clear. It happened to me. Growing up in Africa, I don't want to rush this program so that by the time I'm done speaking to you, you will understand the angle I'm coming from. Growing up in Africa, we lived in a public building. Some call it tenement building. Face me, I face you. Tenement building, public yard. You know, where everybody rented one room or two rooms and we shared one toilet. and one bedroom. The whole tenants shared only one toilet and one bedroom. And the bedroom is not that it's not shower. If you're going to the bedroom, you will carry your bucket. You carry your bucket. Let me tell you, in this public yard, there are so many married women and young women. Most of this, do you know what poverty does to people? Now, there are so many women, when they want to go urinate, it's not like the kind of this luxurious life we are living in abroad. So I witnessed it. So many women elegant women, but they have no privacy. Poverty will deny you your privacy. You will not have privacy. Poverty. Any poor person is living on hell, is living in hell. If you are poor, you are in hell. You see, in this public yard, you see elegant, beautiful women. When they want to go and urinate, and that bedroom was covered with hard zinc door, and under is open. You see these women, when they go to urinate, you'll be hearing the sound of their urine. The sound. How it will be making noise. What a disgrace. There was a time I went to, if you enter the bedroom, if you don't take time, you will fall because it is so slippery. Women and men go there. We go to the gutter to urinate. But married women cannot go outside to urinate. Beautiful ladies cannot go outside to urinate. So they go to the same bedroom to go urinate. Man, if you enter this bedroom, if you see the stench, the smell of urine, if you see the smell of urine, because there is no running water, people go there with their, if you see the smell of urine, you will not believe your eyes. Now let me leave that by the side. When I tell you that poverty is a disease, you may not understand. Now we used what we called back then bucket system. Bucket system, not VC, not this water system. What we used then was bucket system. It was like a system where a big bucket, in that toilet, a big bucket. And they built something like a square, is a concrete block. Then they put that bucket under. You go there and pour. You go and remove the waste in your body. When that bucket is filled up with excreta, those people whose duty is to go and carry it away, they usually come in the night around 12 midnight or 1 to go carry away that shit. To go carry away the excreta in that bucket when that bucket gets full. Now let me tell you, there were times we were not able to pay these workers who carries away this excreta, that bucket of shit. If they are not paid on time, you see them go on strike. If you don't pay them, they go on strike. Many times, these people that carries away the excreta in a bucket went on strike. So when they go on strike, they will leave that bucket of shit, that bucket of excreta there for weeks. To the extent that people will go and pour on the concrete, that if you enter the toilet, you will not have where to step your foot on. You see women, young girls, beautiful girls, go and pour on the concrete. The experience I had one day, I was so pressed that I knocked. We had all the people living in the building had only one toilet. One day I was highly pressed. I couldn't hold it. I went and knocked at the door. Somebody said she was inside. I said, oh. I said I needed to wait outside. I waited outside, shivering, waiting, trying to hold this sheet from bouncing out. When the woman came out, a beautiful woman, somebody's wife, when the woman came out, she just dropped a hot sheet on the concrete floor there. Even it was fresh, and vapor was coming from the excavator. Man, I was ashamed of myself. I was ashamed of the whole thing. I went back because even as the woman finished doing her thing, I saw, if you see what the woman dropped, if you see what the woman dropped, a woman that a beautiful woman that everybody respects. The thing was like that, a plate full of fufu. If you see the mountain the woman dropped. Man, not only it was hot afternoon. Man, as I looked, as God, as I went, vapor was coming out from the sheet. You know, vapor was coming out from the sheet. I said, "Show this woman." So this woman dropped this kind of sheet because she couldn't hold it anymore. So this was the woman, things that will bring disrespect. The woman herself was feeling ashamed of herself because she couldn't hold it. I did not go to that toilet. I carried my own and went outside. I went to another yard, another building, begged them. I went to another building too. Man, do you know what poverty does? I went to another building to beg them to go to toilet because that woman, do you know what people were doing? When the buckets became full, people began to shit on the concrete floor. On that concrete, that there is no place for you to even put your leg, to even put your foot, to even squat down. No place for you. Everywhere is full of shit. And let me tell you, and see the toilet there, that is not up to 2 meters away is the kitchen. The public kitchen, because you don't have your own personal kitchen. See the toilet, see the kitchen. As you are in the kitchen, you'll be perceiving the smell of shit. See the toilet, few meters, not up to 5 meters away is the kitchen, the public kitchen. And flies everywhere. You know Africa. Man, when we tell you that poverty is a disease, that health is not wealth, don't you know that a lot of women can get infected? A lot of people will get infection there because of the dirty environment. You don't know. You cannot compare a woman to a man. Women go squat down and open their body, opens up. Do you understand what I'm talking about? When I'm telling you what, I'm just even getting started. See toilets, see kitchen where people cook. I remembered then that those sheet carriers went on strike. Man, you cannot go close to the kitchen. Yet, people go to that kitchen to cook what they are eating. People go to that kitchen. Why are you living in tenement building? Why are you living in public yard? Face me and face you. Because of poverty. Now, let me tell you another story. Let me tell you another story. I once lived in a yard. I'm talking about public building. In this yard, a man married a new wife. Listen attentively. A man went and married a new wife. This woman then came to join the husband from the village. Very beautiful young lady. They were living. The woman was living with the man. Every morning, the man will go to the market to go to his business place to go fetch money, to go look for money, fetch money. During the day, the woman would be outside discussing with co-tenants, both unemployed men and women. And there are so many unemployed men. You don't know the environment you live in will influence a lot of things in your life. The environment you live in. Now, this man, each morning he would go to work, and you see some young, randy boys talking to the wife. Everybody, people, because the man went to the market to go hustle. As time progressed, one young man, a kind of deceived the wife, the way serpent deceived Eve, convinced the woman to fall in love with him, and the woman foolishly fell in love with the guy. And this guy that the woman fell in love with was living with his uncle. He was living with his uncle. The guy himself was poor, and they do not have money to go rent anywhere, but they are living in the same yard. The guy himself was poor. He had no money to go rent a hotel, where to take the woman to. So guess what? They now agreed. Every night, the woman would pretend they would fix an appointment, like 12:30 in the night. When people are sleeping, the woman would sneak outside, pretend as if she want to go take bath or go to toilet. She would carry buckets and go to the bedroom, public yard. This woman, a newly married woman, every now and then, she would fill buckets, go to the well, draw water, and go to the bedroom. Spend like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. She would tie her towel. She would just tie wrapper. You know wrapper? That's wrapper that African women tie on their chest. The woman will ready herself. Nothing under. Do you understand me? She will ready herself. She will only tie wrapper on her chest and go to the bedroom. After some time, that unemployed boyfriend will join her in the bedroom. They will do their thing. Quick one. And everybody will go to their different rooms. They did these things for months. Nobody found out. Listen attentively. I tell you what poverty does. One day, the man wondered, why does the wife every time want to go to bath 12 midnight, 1 a.m. in the morning? She always claimed she couldn't sleep. The weather was too hot, that she needed to go cool her body by taking shower. The husband began to wonder, why does the wife every time go to the bedroom around 12 midnight when people are sleeping to go take shower? Something she has been doing for some time now. Now listen. So, one day she went to the bedroom. She said she wanted to go and take her bath. 10 minutes after, the husband gathered strength. Somebody that went to work, went to his business the whole day. The husband went to bedroom. Lo and behold, the husband caught the wife with another man in the bedroom. He began to scream. Fight ensued. It was a brutal fight. Other tenants woke up. The husband began, it was not a small fight. Other tenants woke up. Now, now he began to ask the wife, so this is what you have been doing. So this is the toilet you keep telling me that you are going. That was how the marriage ended. I'm just telling you what poverty does to people, or what poverty do to people. Poverty. Now, let me tell you what you do not know. I'm not talking about Africa now. When you look at Africa, if you have not gone, you will not know. If you see what tenants are suffering in the hands of landlords, what tenants, people who rented apartments, I'm not talking about this public house, people who rented flats, who don't own the flats or the building they are living in. If you see the conditions owners of this building give to these tenants at times, you will shed tears. There are so many women, in order to please the landlord, married women, single women, they began to sleep with the landlord, the owner of the building, so as not to be given quit notice. I'm telling you what poverty can do to people. Poverty is a disease. Listen attentively. There are so many men, you know how business goes at times. There are so many men who are not able to pay their rent. You know how they pay rent in Africa? A year up front, 2 years up front. You see a man or a woman gather money to pay their rent. After 1 year, after the expiration of 1 year, maybe the business may collapse, or they may not have enough money to pay rent. The landlord, the owner of the building will start disturbing. Where is my rent? And these people have no money to renew the rent. And after some time, you see the woman, a married woman, look for a way to go start appeasing the landlord. That is by sleeping with the landlord. What poverty? In order not to be given quit notice. The husband may not know. I tell you that poverty is a disease. You don't understand it. Many women, if they tell you what they have done in order to even live in where they are living today, you will not believe your eyes. Now, having listened to me, I'm just getting started. Is poverty healthy? Tell me how health is wealth. If you are healthy and poor, you are living in hell. Unless you've not experienced poverty. If you are healthy and poor, you are living in hell. Don't allow anybody deceive you. There is no hell anywhere. There is no physical place called hell. Hell is here on earth. When you have no money, you have no money. You don't have 1 cent to buy yourself what you need. You cannot buy bread, eat. You cannot buy milk. Have you lacked money before? Poverty will turn you to a slave, a servant. Poverty, you say, how are you here? How is health wealth when you are a slave? You will be worshiping your fellow men and women because you are poor. You have no voice. Poverty will deny you, will make you, that is, you will not have voice. You say you are healthy. Do you know what money can buy? A rich person, a healthy person, all through the days of his life, will use money, will be at his or her service. Money. If a rich person is sick, he will use money to cure himself. That sickness that will kill a rich person, is the kind of richness, is a kind of sickness that money cannot heal, cannot cure. Have you suffered this in you are talking? Have you suffered hunger before? Have you suffered hunger? I don't play. I've suffered hunger. Ordinary hunger will tell you that hell is here on earth. When you stay a day, 2 days without food, unintentionally, you are hungry, but you have no money to buy yourself food. You will not say this thing you are saying. There are thousands of people who unalived themselves because of poverty. Thousands of people who unalived themselves because of poverty. They couldn't cope it. How is health wealth when people unalive themselves because of poverty? You are healthy. You say health is wealth. You are healthy, but your life is miserable. You turn to Johnny Walker. That is, you have no money to even pay transportation. What money can do? What if you've got money? You would simply pay transport or take a taxi from one location to the other. But because you have no money, a journey that normally will take 20 minutes with vehicle, you will use your leg, you will walk for 4 hours under the sun. 4 hours you'll be trekking under the sun. And when you trek finish, when you go back, you have no food to eat. You will sweat under the sun. You have no food to eat. And when after trekking, when you get home, you sweat on your shirt. You have no money to buy soap to wash your clothes. You have no money to buy water to take a shower. I told you, this is not screaming. Poverty will turn you into a slave. How about people who are in marriages they are not happy in? They are in marriages. They are not happy in these marriages because they have no other alternative. They have no other alternative. You are living with a man you don't love because of poverty. Yes, the man you know for sure, the man you are living with, you don't love the man because of poverty. The woman you are staying with, you don't love. I told you, poverty will give you no choice. Poverty will not give you options. But money gives you options in life, alternatives. If you're poor, you have no option, you have no alternative. You'll be forced to take what is available, even if that thing is not your choice. Is that not hell? Is that not hell? How is health worse? How about women, men whose children are out of school because of poverty? There are so many intelligent people. Let me tell you, if you like, you listen, or if you don't like, you leave it. There are so many intelligent people. They did not go to school because their parents couldn't afford to sponsor them in school. There are so many young, intelligent men and women. I'm not talking about education here. There are many intelligent men and women who, if given an opportunity, if given a chance, they will do well in life, but they do not have capital, money to start a business, to start life with. Are you listening to me? There are so many people. What is holding them back in life is money. If given money, if given opportunity, if they get opportunity, that is, if you give them capital, they will do well in life. But they don't have that opportunity. There is nowhere, there is no how they can get money. And you see them rot away. You see them rotting because they have no money. They are healthy, but they are frustrated. They are miserable. Let me continue speaking to you. I once traveled to Africa. When I arrived at the airport, somebody said health is wealth. I am not, you understand me? Now, I don't want to read comments. I don't want to be distracted. Now, one time I went to Africa. As I came out of the airport, listen, I boarded a taxi, airport taxi. The driver of that taxi was very unfriendly, sad, no smile on his face. I've never met such a person before. It was when I entered the taxi that I realized this guy is miserable in life. No smile, no conversations. This man acted as if he has problem with everybody. He behaved as if he has problem with everybody. You know, I'm somebody who like to socialize, who like to open people up. I like to establish conversations with whoever I meet in life. I'm such a person. If I meet you, I ask you, how are you doing? How's the job? You know, I tried to open that taxi driver up. The man was like so cold. You know, I said, which kind of man is this? He does not know me. He doesn't know who we are. You know, he does not know. At the time I said, I called him, I said, come, my friend, do you have problem with me? Why are you unhappy? If you know you don't want to carry passengers, sit at home. The guy was so, that is, the guy, I've never met, there are people like that, but the guy was, man, sad with he's not happy with his life. Eventually, halfway in our journey, the guy opened up. The guy told me then that he pays 30,000 Nigerian money back then to the company that owns the car he was driving. Listen to this story. He said he pays 30,000 Nigerian money to the company that owns the car, the company he's working for. He told me that car has a tracker. There are places he cannot drive to, and they know where and where he has gone. You understand me? He said he was working day and night to meet up with the Poshal. That is, that 30,000 weekly payment. Whether he works or not, he must pay that 30,000 to the company that he was working for. I said, wow. And he has a wife and children. So this man is forced to go to work every day in order to meet up with the amount he has to deliver to the company. This made the man miserable, sad. The man saw the world from a different view, from a different perspective. Anybody he sees, he thinks that person is his problem. You see, poverty will give you even psychological problem. Poverty will give you mental problem, psychological problem. That man is mad at the whole world. Now I asked Osayi Obaruese, I see you. Now I asked the man, I said, man, you said, you see how, let me, before I go further, you see how the man is working like a slave. He is not living his own life. He is under pressure to deliver 30,000 naira every week. What's a life? Let me go further. Now, as a smart man, I now began to, educate the guy. I said, listen, what you've got to do is, do you have any land in your village? He said they don't have any land. I told him, I said, if you have a land in your village, go sell that plot of land and buy yourself a car. Buy yourself your own car and then use your own car and be driving taxi. So when you make profits, you can replace that land and you still own that car. The man said he does not have any land in the village. That the only place they have is where he's living, his parents, everybody is, they have only one plot of land, and that is where everybody is managing. I asked him, but for how long of your life? He said he does not even know. You see the life of, that is, you see what poverty does to people. You will not live your own life. You will not have rest. You'll be stressed out. How is it healthy? How is it? That was many years ago. How is poverty? How is health? Wealth? I'm not telling you that being healthy is bad. I'm telling you that if you are healthy and still poor, your life will be miserable. You will not live your dream life. You will not, that is, if you, do you know what poverty does to people? Let me tell you. There are so many young men and women whose life have been cut short because of poverty. Let me tell you, there are so many young men and women whose life have been cut short because of poverty. These young men and women are fighting, struggling to escape poverty. Let me give you instances. Growing up, there were so many young men. Even I nearly involved myself then because of poverty. Back then, when I was like 18, 19 years, I was down for whatever. Poverty. Then, every young man was turning to a bed. You know what I mean by a bed? You will swallow powder and go travel to different countries and go lay egg. You understand me? Many young people turned to beds. You will swallow, fly, go to some destination, go lay egg. Now, many were caught and they faced death penalty. They were hanged, especially in some Asian countries, in some Arab countries. Many swallowed powder. It leaked inside their stomach. Back then, every month you hear that they caught somebody somewhere. Or the powder leaked in their stomach and the person died. Many died. I know so many young people. But then, we never cared because we were desperate. I did not fly you. I did not go. But I know so many guys who went on suicide mission but did not return. Did you know the age I was then? I was like 18 years, 17 years, desperate to escape poverty. Many of my age mates went. Some succeeded, some did not succeed. Some died in the process. What poverty causes is so much. Go to many Asian countries now, you see many African people sitting on death row, waiting to be. What caused it? Poverty. My senior in school was a big dude. The person I served then in school was a big dude. We don't call names. So, after he graduated, after he finished school, you know, after the WAEC, you see seniors give gifts to their boys now. So this my senior then wasn't able to give me anything. But I served him very well. I washed his clothes. He liked me so much. He liked me so much. So he felt so bad because he didn't give me anything back then when he left school. But I didn't care. We had a very good relationship. After some time, that my senior was a hustler, one of the baddest. He began to fly. Made money. By then I have finished secondary school, relocated somewhere else. The guy began to make money. Bought Mercedes. He was riding. He became popular. People were looking for his contacts. The guy came to my father's house many times looking for me. Then there wasn't anything like social media. People were giving me. Before I would get the information, the guy has left. You know, then there wasn't anything like telephone, social media, or whatever. The guy came severally looking for me to put me through. And I was down for whatever. I know they hide it now. But because of communication, lack of communication. No, maybe God did not want me to follow that path. That was why the thing did not go through. But what I was going through then, the kind of life I lived, the insult, you don't even know. I am alive, I am here today because I did not meet the guy or I did not connect with the guy. That was then, no. If that guy had met me, I was young, I was like 18 years. If he had met me at home, man, I follow go. I don't care if I live or die. Then, if the guy had, because of poverty, Mama is at home looking up to you. Papa is at home looking up to you. Everybody in the family is poor, hungry. People bully you because of poverty. People disassociate themselves. They avoid you because of poverty. When there is a party in town, you will not be invited. Do you know what poverty causes? You see people that you are more smarter, more better looking, they will be balling, and you will be somewhere miserable. What are you talking? By the time I did not, even till today, after school, I did not set my eye on that my senior. Till today. He searched for me, I searched for him, but we did not meet since that time. I saw him last 1981. We did not meet. Before I started struggling for myself, and I was able to find my level. If you receive insults as a result of poverty, here in Europe it is not as much as in Africa. But if you are poor in Africa, if you are poor in Africa, you may honor life. Even your siblings will deny you. There are parents who deny their children because of poverty in Africa. The parents did not make money. The children, they are forcing, they want you. Do you know how many parents that have pushed their children into crime because of poverty? Parents that have pushed their children. Even some men and women, some parents take their children to juju houses, shrines, to go prepare charm for online scam. Poverty. Their children will go to juju, they go prepare juju for them to be defrauding people online. Parents that have no conscience anymore. This is what poverty does. I might not call it poverty. This might be desperation or greed. But it follows. It's among it. Poverty has made many parents now. They don't ask where their sons or daughters got money from. They don't question where the source of income of their sons and daughters. If they are kidnappers, if they are armed robbers, they don't care. Just bring the money home for them to eat. Poverty. Some parents, what am I even talking? Now listen. I have seen several videos of young women who delivered babies and sold the babies in Africa. The one that pained me the most was a young woman who got pregnant. When she delivered the baby, somebody priced her the baby 200 naira, about 110 euros. To sell a human being a baby, a newborn baby, that baby should be like 3 months. This lady wants to sell her baby for 110 euros in Africa. Poverty. The woman that wanted to buy it, that connected her, they caught the woman and they asked. Maybe some of you saw the video. Poverty. I have seen couples. I've seen couples who sold their children just for money. They sold their children, their own biological children. They sold it. Some sold it for 500,000, some 300,000. How much is it in euro? How much is it in euro? I've seen people sell their children for money. Let me tell you what you don't know. I'm talking here, I know what I'm talking about. There are so many women who gave birth to children, so many women who gave birth to children. What happened after? Those their children, they went and gave it to motherless babies' home because they have no money to train that child. They have no money to train those children. What do you think? All these children you see in orphanage homes, motherless babies' home, don't you know it is as a result of poverty? If I'm talking, all these children you see in motherless babies' home, do you think they fell from the sky? Don't you think these women would like to raise their children by themselves? But why they gave their children away was because of poverty. And you are telling me that they are healthy. They are healthy, they gave birth to these children. But poverty poverty made them lose the children. How are they healthy? Do you know the psychological effect of the actions? The psychological effect of what these things will have on those women? All their lives, they would keep imagining, keep thinking about their child. At a time, many of them will lose contact with that child because some of these children will be adopted. People will adopt them, and that will be the end. You know the trauma these women are going through. How are they healthy? How are they healthy? The psychological damage. All their life, they will be wondering what became of their child. What became of their child? Maybe that child might be a big man, a big woman. They would be wondering if the child is still alive or dead. Every year, go to all the orphanage homes, motherless babies' home, and see children. Have you made that time to ask yourself, who are the parents of these children? Why did the parents drop the children there in orphanage homes? Poverty, inability to take care of these children. And you tell me, poverty is not disease. It's not a disease. We all pray for good health, but good health with money. Some people think if you're healthy, it is automatic wealth. You make money. There are people who are healthy. They chased money. They chased money all their life, but we are unable to get money. People chase money all the days of their life, yet they were not able to get money. See, let me tell you what you don't know. Do you think, you don't know this, do you think it is easy to break the chains of poverty? Do you think it is easy? At times, you don't know. If the cause of your poverty is foundational, if the cause of your poverty is foundational, be prepared to fight the battle of your life. You don't know. If it is a generational poverty, maybe some of you have not heard about generational poverty. Generational poverty is one of the biggest. Golden angels, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Generational poverty is one of the greatest yokes to break, chains to break, where your generations, all of them have been poor. That is what I call ancient voice. There is a stronghold, there is a giant behind that your poverty. You think it's a joke? You need to be a chosen one to break free from that generational poverty. I have met people. I've interacted. When you hear people's story, I told you guys I'm somebody who likes to socialize. When you hear people, you need to be one of a kind to escape generational poverty. Anointed one to escape generational poverty. It is not easy to escape. When I like keeping it real, when people who have experienced abject poverty tell you what they go through, you'll be oppressed and you have no voice. They will oppress your children, oppress you, take what belongs to you. You will not have any voice. You will not have a say. How are you healthy? How are you healthy? See, some people act as if you are healthy, it is automatic richness. When I make videos, I give practical examples. I know people that came to Europe. In the abundance of wealth, they still remained poor. Money came their way. Opportunities came their way. People spent 40 years, 40 something years, and they have nothing to their name. Ramadan Bridge, I see you. People, if you know what ancestral voice is, you cannot come here to be talking anyhow. But then, what I'm saying is, you've got to fight your fights to escape poverty. The best that can happen, let me tell you what I know and what I believe. I keep saying it here. There is no heaven anywhere. There is no hell anywhere. Heaven is here on earth, and hell is here on earth. These prayers you offer to God in Africa, Europeans don't pray that prayer. Europeans don't pray because that thing you are praying, that's your prayer request in Africa, they already have it on ground here. The Europeans have these prayers answered by their governments. I'm not telling you a lie. You don't see Europeans calling on anybody to come and help them. There is security, good road network. There is light, there is water, there is food, there is good medical facilities. You are safe where you are living. That prayer, that's why I told you, and don't doubt me. Why are you praying when you have the answers to your prayer? Here in Europe, Europeans, these developed countries, that answer to that prayer you offer in Africa, they have it. Good schools. Teachers don't go on strike. You go to work, you receive your salary. They have no reason to pray for anything. It is in Africa you keep praying because of hunger, because of kidnappers, because of armed robbers, bad governance, and the rest of them. Sicknesses. Here, if your child is sick, you take the child to hospital. If you get sick, you go to hospital. You get treated without paying a dime. You go to hospital without paying. You can spend a year in hospital, get treated. I'm telling you, world class, one of the best hospitals in the world. You can spend 6 months, a year in the hospital, get treated, you go back home without paying a dime. In Africa, you get many people died because they have no money to pay hospital bill. They cannot go to hospital. Many people, where do you start? Many died because they have no money to go to hospital. They die at home. Or hospitals will reject them because they have no money nobody is there to save them. No government, nobody. We are talking poverty here. We all pray to be healthy. We want to be healthy. But at times, health is not wealth. How about people who got sick? You are poor. Many healthy people got sick. They have no money to treat themselves and they died. How is health wealth? They are healthy, got sick, but have no money to treat themselves and they died. How is health wealth?
But you see people, the helps, people that have wealthy people, when they get sick, they can go to any hospital of their choice. Even in Europe here, you don't need to pay for treatments. People go to church voluntarily as an activity here, especially the people that go to church here in Europe are African people. I've observed it. The people that go to church, these are African people. And then the people that go to mosque are African people from third world countries. People from rich countries don't, these Europeans, they don't go to mosque. Europeans, Europe is a Christian continent. Okay, people who go to churches and mosques are people, immigrants from third world countries who experienced poverty. Poverty is what makes you believe that an imaginary God will come to rescue you. Poverty is what makes you believe that something, somewhere, somebody, somewhere will come and rescue you. You keep praying to an imaginary God, praying that somebody, somewhere, and nothing is done, nothing will be done. Men, see, I don't want to, I'm going to make more videos, normal short videos. Somebody made a request. Somebody said as a medical doctor, health is wealth. I did not tell you that health is not good. Health is good if you are rich, if you've got money. If you're healthy, also be wealthy. Now let me tell you, there are people who are managing life in Africa, even in USA. There are people who are managing life, later got cancer in Africa. They are managing life, they later got cancer. Many cancer took their lives. Many sold their properties to get themselves treated. After they got treated, they became poorer. See, let me tell you. Let me tell you my own mind now. If you're healthy and your life is not serving any purpose, that your health is rubbish. If your life has no meaning, you were planted here on earth to serve a purpose. If you are healthy and you did not use your life to impact positively on others, that your health is wasted. It has no meaning. Anybody that is here on earth and who is not helping mankind, you are healthy, but you are of no use. What's the value of your health? If you are, imagine somebody who claims to be healthy, you are healthy, but you serve no purpose. How is it wealth? You are healthy. Your mother did not benefit from you. Your father, don't console yourself. You are healthy. Nobody has benefited anything from you. What's the purpose of your life? Is it health we shop? Are we going to shop health? You are healthy and you are useless. What? I know a lot of people who are healthy, but they are of no use. How is it wealth? How is it wealth? You look handsome, you look healthy, but you bear no fruit. How are you wealthy? You have a sick mother at home. You have a sick father at home. You have brothers. You have everybody. You are not impacting on their lives. Of what purpose is that your health? I'm asking you. I was talking to somebody one day. Don't tell me about health because I've been there. I've seen sick people. I've seen healthy people. I've seen things in life. I'll bring you in now to say your mind. I'll bring every one of you in now to say your mind. I'm not telling you that once you get sick, that it is good to be sick. But then, I'm saying money rules the world. It is money that made even 16 years old girls marry 90 years old men, rich men. Money rules the world. The whole world comes to the West to seek for greener pastures. Anybody who come here to argue me, you are not in your father's land. You are not in your native land. If money is not powerful, what are you doing in a foreign land? Don't be a hypocrite. What are you? Why don't you go to your father's land, your native land, to work? Why don't you go work in your native? Don't be a hypocrite. You are here because of money. Money controls the world. Leave it, I will come and meet you there. There is nobody. There is nobody that is from. I will bring you in now to say your mind. There is nobody that is. Okay, let me bring you in so that it doesn't. Let me give everybody a chance to speak.
Hi, Uncle. Good morning.
Good morning, you are welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I really, really, really love this topic. It is so true what you're saying. My sister works in the healthcare industry. Like, she moved back to Nigeria. She studied in the UK. Then she moved back to Nigeria for a little bit. And now she's into real estate and stuff. But when she was working, that's why she left the healthcare industry, because when she saw what it was like in Nigeria, it scarred her for life. Because she said she would see pregnant women who are about to like almost go into shock, giving birth in front of her because they're scared they can't pay the medical bills. And they're saying like, oh, what am I gonna do with the baby? Or just kill me, kill the baby. They're saying the most horrid things because of what money. My sister will tell her, look, I will pay for your medical bills for my salary. Just give birth. Focus on getting this baby out. My sister will call us. She'll be having panic attacks, anxiety. She nearly lost her life, like from stress of other people's poverty. Seeing them coming and crying because they can't pay medical bills, begging, this, that. Like, she said that it almost ran her mad. So she left the medical industry all because of Nigeria, well, African country, and their poverty. But I like what you said about prayers and like in the Europe and all that stuff. What you're saying is the truth, Uncle, because the kind of prayers I watched my parents pray for us to come to Europe, to come to the UK, was insane. And like the first few years of us being here was also like prayers, fasting. And then when we sort of got stable in the system and everything, it's like our prayers, my mom still prays a lot, but it's like for different things. It's like now we're more Thanksgiving, prayers of like maintenance, gratitude, Thanksgiving. In Africa, it's just warfare upon warfare upon warfare. But I feel like a lot of the issue is the greed and the wickedness that a lot of African people have. Like, pure greed. And like, even, I know, Uncle, you're not religious, but you know I'm a Christian.
Say your
Even in the
mind.
Bible,
Say your mind. You are free to say your mind.
thank you, Uncle. Because even in the Bible, it says, a righteous man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. When we are here in Europe, when you see all the schemes and everything they're doing, I do a lot of like community work. I do a lot of things. I'm quite involved. I like to a lot of research, a lot of things. I'm quite academic. When you see how people here in the UK or in Europe think versus how Africans think, you will see why Africa looks the way it does. And people will say, oh, when you come here, or all of you that come to the UK, you guys change, you guys forget home. No. You see how people think. Mm-hmm. Here they think about generationally. They think about the future. They think about how it's going to impact the next generation. Africans are thinking, how are me and my brother and sister going to eat? How are me and my belly going to be?
Thank you so much. Just give me 1 minute. You see the prayers in Africa. They pray to God to provide for them what to eat. They pray for protection. God should protect them when they are traveling on a journey. Not to have car accidents, motor accidents, not to get kidnapped. You see the kind of prayer they pray. In Africa, most African people go to pray to get visa to come to abroad. Listen, they pray to get favor at the embassies to get visa to travel. These are the kind I told you. Europeans don't pray this type of prayers. And all these things are caused by poverty. Keep talking, please.
Yeah. So, like, even when you said, I remember one live stream you said before about how when you moved to Austria, when you moved to where you were staying, you were building a road. And that road was built so well, it can last for thousands of years. That's how things are built here in Europe. They think about their children, how their grandchildren are going to benefit from it, the legacy they're leaving behind. Even if it's not a legacy of, let's say, money, but a legacy of a stable system, a legacy of good governance, rules. But when I see Africans here that come here, a lot of their attitude is how to bypass the rules, how to be cunning. I'm like, leave that attitude in Africa. You're running away from the greed and the wickedness and the lawlessness of Africa, but you want to bring it here. Mm-hmm. And then you cry and say everybody else is racist. No, people have order. There's laws, there's rules, things work for a reason. Like, even me, and I that's another thing that we can say about racism here, racism. Even me, the things that I've experienced here, the opportunities, the favor, just the mere opportunities. Every day I just say, God, thank you. Because in Africa, they would think that I experienced, someone would probably tell me to sleep with them. I'm young, I'm 20.
These are the things we are talking about.
I'm 25. I said in your live yesterday when you were saying how you don't judge a book by the cover, I was saying that how the way I present, the dress, the clothes I wear, the long nails, the makeup, people think, like when men approach me, they think, this girl, just like, I give her money or she'll probably sleep with me. I'm a virgin, I'm 25. I've never had sex. Why? Because I've never been in a position where I needed to, in the sense that if I don't sleep with this guy, I will have...
Okay, now let me come in now. Okay, let me come. Please, just before you continue. Do you know the number of young African ladies who were abused by their employees, who were abused by their bosses? That's their boss. If you don't submit yourself, you will not be given employment.
Absolutely.
Let me come. So many young girls out of poverty will sleep with their boss, with whosoever, just to get employment.
Absolutely.
You understand? And something like that does not happen in Europe here. And when I tell you that poverty is a disease, it was poverty that made a lot of women sleep with somebody they are not supposed to near in life. Keep talking.
Okay, you are absolutely right. Sorry, Lanciano, let me just start. All right. Like, even when I was young, a child in Nigeria, I would remember how my mom, and my dad is a big man, so he was an aircraft engineer, like very, very prestigious, everything. Like, my mom actually was studying her PG, like a master's degree in Nigeria, in Uniport, in Port Harcourt.
I know.
And her supervisor was literally even trying to say to her, before I hand in your work, I'll give you a final mark. He was trying to suggest sex to my mom. When my mom brought it up to my dad, the way my dad got police, got this, got that to handle that guy, he had to behave. So my mom was saying that even me, a married woman with 3 children, and my husband is a big man, you're still trying to bring this leg to think that I will sleep with you for you to mock my work. Whereas here in the UK, I do all my assignments, all my assessments, everything online. Just mark it online, approved. Even exams, I sit down and do the exams. In 5 minutes, your results are out. That's it. I had my exam last week. Results out in 10 minutes. But in Africa, like when I think about it, it's astonishing. And then the people that come here, they cry, this is this. No, Africa is the way it is because of people's wickedness and greed. A lot of people are just waiting for the opportunity to oppress.
Yes.
Poverty is just waiting. Put a bit of money in their hand, you will see the wickedness.
The wickedness. That is. Keep talking, please.
Uncle, I'll tell you the truth. And even the things that my families expect, my dad's side of the family experienced back in Nigeria, and people tell me, hurry up, go back. I'm like, go back to what? Go back to what? Here, because of the stability of the
Economy.
I was able to dedicate 2 years to go to trade school, college, to learn beauty, nails, all these things that give me. I'm lying down here on my bed. I got client just texted me now. Can I have an appointment? I'm lying here peacefully in my room. Nobody's forcing me. Nobody's harassing me. Nobody's telling me this. No man is telling me come and sleep with me to eat. People are texting me. Can I have an appointment? I'll sit down here in my room, do people's nails, and make what people are making in like a week or in a month in Nigeria, just in here in my room. Why? Because of opportunity, because of good government, because of good safety, because of good economy. And now, even when I go to college, my teacher, because she said how hard working I am, she said, look, if you want, you can come and do a teacher training with me. And then I can maybe next year become a teacher, or I can become a student teacher. Something I didn't even think about. It was not even in my plans. But because of, I would say, like you said, Uncle, yesterday, favor. People have different grace, different favor. She came and offered me the opportunity. I spoke to my priest about it. He said, this is what people are praying on their knees, begging God, fasting. My teacher just came and just said, hey, you did so well in your exam, you're doing so well.
Okay, let me chip in one thing. Prettiness, let me chip in one thing. You know, people living in Africa, they see, the way they see the world from African view.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean now? Here in Europe, if you are not healthy, the government will step in and take care of you. Do you understand me? Here in Europe, if you are not healthy, the government will step in and take care of you. But in Africa, you'll be healthy and miserable.
Yeah.
Some people were asking, how can you go to work if you are sick? If you are sick and unable to go to work, the government will step in and take care of you.
Absolutely.
Keep talking.
And my mom works for the council, so she knows. She's the one who allocates people all these benefits, even mental health, this. Like I'm telling you, people are suffering from even mental health. You just give them a break. Give them some support, financial support, and they know, okay, everything will be fine. Take a break, mental health break, get some medication, and you can come back to work. They'll support you. There's so much support. It's in Africa. It's like, which support? Who's supporting you?
Nobody supports you. President, let's hear from this my brother Coco Mod, please. Let's give him a chance to speak.
Sorry, Lanciano, please go. Let me mute.
Okay, please. Just that you continue, please. You spoke very well. Let's hear from him, please.
Yeah, Uncle, hi.
Hello, good day.
Yeah, I just wanted to air my submission on the comparison between Africa and Western countries.
Okay.
Being in health, we see the number of people who are infected with HIV in Africa can never be compared to the clients or other patients who are affected in Western countries. This is all due to, it all draws down to poverty.
Okay.
Young girls would actually give themselves up for a feed. Like Esther said, before one is given a job, they are forced to sleep with the boss. Then at the end of the day,
where is he? Maybe he disconnected. He has an interesting point. Man, he has valid point. What happened?
Yeah, I think he disconnected.
He disconnected. What
Yeah,
happened? I want to listen to him. He has something
yeah, he has a very, very valid point.
valid
Yeah, yeah,
points.
about the HIV levels and like health and all that stuff.
Yes,
Yes,
it
and
boils down to poverty. Where is it? Make a request once more. Let me bring you in.
uncle, yeah, poverty, and I think also over religiousness, because over religiousness will let people. Is he back? Okay.
Okay, he's back.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, I lost you. So
Okay.
it all comes down to poverty. Like young girls in Africa, they are living to survive, and in the end of the day, you find they're sleeping with people whose status is not known. You know, in my 7th year last year, when I was doing my clinical rotation in tropical medicine, I witnessed a lot of horrifying things in Africa where ladies are sick. The rate of HIV in Africa is so traumatizing. It all draws down to poverty. And if you see, you try to compare most ladies who are affected with HIV are those coming from the shanty compound, like you said, Uncle Roddy.
Ghetto
Like,
areas, poverty, stricken people.
yeah. Those people are coming who are poor, the most.
It went off again. It went off again. So, well, Esther, you can keep talking because he went off. So,
Yeah, I like his point. Building on his point, there's also the aspect of education and awareness. Because if people were educated and aware of all these sexual diseases, STIs, STDs, I'm sure a lot of people, and they were made protection was made available to them free. I'm sure the HIV and all the STI levels will drop drastically. There's also the aspect of when it comes to the poverty and the HIV and STIs, it's probably due to SA and sexual assault. Because a lot of these women, nobody's there to protect them. There's no working system of policing where a young girl will say, "Oh, this man forced me." Who will defend them? They'll say, "Oh, you're a loose girl. It's your fault. This. There's also this aspect of no good police, no good systems that protect women and girls. Because now, here in my college, where they have 15, 16, 17, 18 teenagers from that age, they come and they do a lot of sexual health talks, clinics, everything, and they provide a lot of free, even when it comes to sanitary products like pads and everything, tampons, free. I have not paid for one in years because why it's made available. But in Africa, it's like a thing of shame. Poverty will not let even girls have access to things of sanitary products. Like, it's so degrading, dehumanizing, and it's a shame.
it's a shame.
I feel like these people who are in governance in African countries, Uncle, I don't know how you say you don't believe in hell, because those people are gonna burn. Like, those people, I don't understand
Okay.
how you have daughters and you won't even make something like pads free. It's not even that expensive. Just make it free. Have like an allocation point where girls can go and collect for the month. Like, it is so, like, I don't even like to think about Africa. So as a young woman, I don't like to think about Africa. Because I think, what would my life be like if my parents never brought me out? Like, I don't, but then again, I'll be honest, we didn't live a poor life. My dad was quite, well to do, but I just think it's so dangerous and so, dehumanizing. Like, the things that women are subject to, like, even when you would describe it, I know it was funny about that woman, how she went to the toilet and she defecated on the concrete. That was funny, but that's somebody's mother, you know what I mean? That's somebody's wife. And there's grown adults that have to be subject to animalistic, living due to poverty. And honestly, Uncle, I like that you stand very firm on your point, because people can come here and try to discredit what you're saying, but what you're saying is the truth. Nobody would leave and flee and almost drown in the ocean and the water trying to escape Africa if poverty was a good thing.
Yeah, that's it. The same people will come to discredit what I'm saying. The same people that escaped poverty, that are living in foreign lands, will come and say they took risk to be where they are. If I make a video, they will come and tell you it's not true. They will disagree. But look at what I realized. Let me tell you. Why do we have high rates of divorce among African diasporas in the West? Why do we have high rates? It took me time to realize, to know why. Some people, why? Let me tell you why we have high rates of of divorce rates among Africans living in the diaspora. It is because of freedom. Women found freedom in the West. In Africa, poverty is what hooked some women to their husbands. Financial dependency. They cannot function on their own. That is why they tolerate abuse, domestic violence, because they have no financial support from anywhere. In Europe here, when women come here and see that they cannot tolerate any kind of domestic violence from their spouse, you see them divorce because the government is there to support them. Because you see in Europe here, women go to work and earn salary. Women are given equal opportunity like men. So you see men, even African men that are living in Europe, are forced to respect their women. For instance, it is very difficult to see an African man beat his wife. It doesn't happen. I'm not telling you it does not happen. It happens. It is seldom. You understand me? So I discovered that why so many women in Africa, it's not culture, it is poverty. Poverty is what made a lot of women tolerate rubbish, nonsense, disrespect. Why should a woman, it's not about even been in a polygamous marriage. You see a woman, his husband, a woman, if you see a woman, her husband will have 3 mistresses, 3 baby mamas. She's still in that marriage. A husband will go outside, a man will go outside, contract venereal disease, come home and give to the wife. The woman will still be there. We tolerate it. It is because of poverty. It is because of poverty. No woman, no African woman will take such in Europe here. They will divorce you. And they know when they divorce you, the government will, even you that divorce the woman, you will be forced to pay children support, child support. So you behave yourself.
True.
Do you understand me? So poverty is a disease. Poverty is what has made a lot of people to be in horrible situations today. Do you understand me? So anybody that comes here to tell me that health is this, health, you don't know what you are talking about. Go look. You see now, Esther said what the sister who was a nurse, I don't know if she's still working, saw, working as a nurse. How many women were traumatized because they don't know what would be. They have no money to pay hospital bills. They have no money to take care of the babies they gave birth to. Before she came in, I told you guys, many women gave birth to babies and gave those babies away to motherless homes.
We're not even going to get onto the point of disabilities or being mentally challenged, because the things that I've heard and seen when it comes to Africa and when it comes to mental health and like mental disabilities is appalling. Like I remember my mom telling me a story of her family friend, because my mom's mom was a deaconess, so she was like all these, church women, so she's like one of the elders in the church, so she'll go to a lot of families and they hold her very close. Mm-hmm. So my Mom was telling me about this one family. They weren't even really poor, but they were all right. But you know how African system doesn't cater to children who are like mentally challenged. You know what I mean? There's no support system. He said that this family, they already had 2 kids, and they were like actually trying for the third child. They had the money, they were able to take care of the child, but when they saw the child was mentally challenged, my mom said they were hiding the baby at the back of the house. You know, when everyone comes to visit the new baby, this is it. They're, oh no, don't go see the baby, don't go see the baby. But they let my grandma go see the baby because obviously she's a deacon now, she's an elder in the church. And then they were saying, then the wife was saying to my grandma that how is she going to take care of this child who has this mental, disability, a little bit of a mental disability. So she's like, how am I going to take care of this child? Who's going to support me? This is this. You know how people are so overly religious and just wicked. So people are already calling her names. They're going to curse her. So my grandma said, okay, she'll come visit in the next, week, next 2 weeks, and she'll just keep encouraging the lady and supporting her. Tell me why within a week, my grandma, my mom, everybody came to go visit the woman and the family and the baby. And at the back of the compound, there was a little gravestone. Apparently, the baby had accidentally just died from no random, But my grandma said that the mother, smothered the baby with the blankets and killed the baby. But whereas here in the UK or here in Europe, it doesn't matter how the baby is born, there's so much support for children with challenges, mental disabilities.
No matter the circumstances, even disabled children get the highest support from the government.
Absolutely.
Disabled children get double support from the government. You understand me? And well, somebody said, Ramadan said, culture contributes to that, not just poverty. Ramadan, how do you mean? How do you mean? How do you mean that culture? What does culture tell you? So culture encourages a man to have baby mamas up and down. Does culture encourage a man to be unfaithful to the wife? That is, you go outside, make babies, sleep with women. What kind of culture encourages that? And the woman would be there. That is, that culture would make a woman to tolerate what she is not supposed to tolerate.
They go hand in hand, in my opinion. Culture, poverty influences culture.
Yeah, Mojoko have a point here. Mojoko said, see the comments. Mojoko said, culture says disabled children are obanje. You see, how come in Africa some children are labeled obanje, a wish in Africa, but in Europe here, no child is labeled a wish.
Right.
And this is another topic we are going to treat here.
Yeah.
How come in Africa, I've seen so many children. You see, that mentality we have in Africa, we need to discard it. Why? How come there is no European child that is labeled a wish? No European child that is labeled a wish. It is only in Africa. You see them dehumanize a child and label that child obanje. I'm going to run a special program about this. Mojoko, thank you for bringing this up.
Thank you, Uncle. I'm looking forward to that topic because it hits very close to home. Because my best friend, who is Nigerian, her son is autistic, and she said that she's so happy that she's here in the UK because the amount of blessings that have come to her because of that boy, the amount of support, the amount of favor that has come, and she said how the social services and the school system are going to fund him in like a special school and everything, and he's going to be treated the same as every other kid, but he's going to learn in an alternative way. And the boy he has been non-verbal, but he's getting better. She tells me now he's making so much progress. He says sentences now. But in Africa, oh my gosh, he would not have stood a chance if she never came here.
Okay, how are Miss Mendes? I see you big time. Miss Mendes, I see you. How are disabled people, treated in Africa? How are disabled people treated in Africa by the government and the people?
They're invisible. They're invisible.
This is a program we are going to run here. This is a program we are going to run maybe tomorrow. We are going to run this program to tell you that African people are very wicked.
Absolutely.
I keep saying it.
Anybody they think they're slightly better than, the wickedness is abominable. Anybody they feel they're slightly better than, or there's something they feel they possess more than somebody, they will use that to oppress the person.
Yes, you know it. Oppressors. Yes. Any advantage an African person has over you, they will use it to oppress you. You got it right. And there is something I found out on this social media, maybe many of you, something I found out on this social media. I have a lot of followers from different places, different countries, African Americans, Caribbeans, and the rest. The only people that come to social media to fight you, to bully you, to do are Nigerians.
Uncle, that's the truth.
The people that will come and show hatred, I'm not telling you lie, I don't sugarcoat issues. I have so many African Americans following this page. I have Jamaicans following this page. You have never seen a Jamaican, a Caribbean, or anybody. The only people that will come, who you don't know, you have no business with, will come and insult you, will come and want to drag you down, will come and fight you, are Nigerians. Sometimes I keep, even sometimes, their response to your video is insult. That's their their reply to your video or to your question is they abuse or curse somebody. I keep wondering, how do we wash away this mentality? How do we? Because you see African Americans that are on my page, all what they do is they support. Caribbeans support. Jamaicans, other Black African, other Europeans cannot even fight you. They will tell you, bravo, bravo, keep doing, keep going. But an African person, I do not know, we want to pull you down. Sometimes I wonder why we are like this. And sometimes I tell people, this is not the fault of the government. That is not the fault of the government. It is the people. You cannot tell me it is poverty. You cannot tell me. You make a video, you drop a video, you did not call anybody. Somebody will come and begin to fight you. The person does not know you. Well, guys, I want to end this broadcast here. I've just spoken. Before my page grew, before Sonia Mendes said she experienced to help a man with limbs. People were pushing him away, okay? Sonia Mendes said on YouTube, she experienced that trying to help a man with limbs, people were pushing him away.
Yeah. How they treat people who are disabled. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And do you know, last week we had a fair, an education fair in my college, and there are different stalls, and you go from stall to stall to see each university, college, even the police was there, the army was there, everybody was there to the Air Force. They were all had little stalls to come and market themselves to recruit you and to see if you're interested. And I got to one store, and there was two Nigerian men there, and they were from this charity for blind people. And the guy, when I was looking at his face, you could see he was visually challenged. And he was, I said, okay, what's your charity about? He said the name of the charity, and he said they're the only charity here, in UK, and what they do is they fund your education at university. They will pay your whole education in university to be able to study a course that supports people who are visually challenged and help them to reintegrate into society and how to live normal lives. And I was like, and he had a full Nigerian accent and everything. And I was like, looking at these two men, like, if they were in Nigeria, would they ever even have a voice? Would they ever even have a chance to be educated? I was just like astonished. And I was like, oh, I took their leaflets and everything. And I said, so you guys are gonna fund somebody's whole? He said, yeah, they will fund the whole university, and they will take you on to work for their charity. And then he said, I'll be honest with you, the salary is very attractive. So I was like, wow. I was like, this even making me almost want to reconsider, because you get free education and then they'll take you on automatically to work with them, and they're going to be supporting people to reintegrate into society and to adjust to becoming blind. And I was like, that in and of itself is a blessing. With or without a salary, just helping people like that is just a blessing. But in Africa, they'll say, oh, you're cursed, your village people have made you blind, I'm like, what?
Very primitive mentality. We are gonna be running a program about all these things we spoke about now.
Uncle, I'm glad you are, because even the people who are disabled and stuff, they need a voice. They need people to speak up for them. To raise awareness that they exist and they're human beings just like us. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I'm going to raise awareness. I'm going to make videos. I'm going to run programs about it. I will keep running programs about it, because that thing, I don't know. Man, I'm going to keep running programs, because the way we think in Africa is too backward. Coco MD, if you have good network, you can make a request. I'll bring you in again, because
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I do not understand why you are getting disconnected. If you have a good network, I'll bring you in so that you air your view. A lot of people are interested in what you've got to say.
Yeah.
So guys, the next program we are going to run will be disabled. See, I told you guys the police came to my place. That was on Saturday. I don't know if some of you listened to the program. When I went there, I submitted my medical reports. They just left me. They allowed me to go. And the police, the doctor stamped that nobody should even try to take me to prison just because of my health condition. The doctor said nobody should try to get me to put me for prison when they saw my medical results. The man tested me there, did everything. He brought his stamp and gave to the police. Said nobody. This is a country.
Right.
They will assess your psychological ability, your physical, everything, and they will conclude, look at this guy, this is this. Well, I want to bring this to an end. I want to bring I might be going live later tonight for us to speak about these disabled persons in Africa, disabled people in Africa. I know a lot of people like to argue, but when I make it, I'm going to drop videos about it, because they like to argue. Many people don't tell themselves true. They don't tell themselves the truth. You are not living in your native land. You are far away from your parents, from your family members. You are living in a foreign land. Why are you in a foreign land? Because of money. If you are healthy, why don't you stay in your village or in your native country and be chasing money? Yeah, you are healthy. Stay in your village and be chasing money. You like being a hypocrite. You don't want saying the truth. I once met some people from India. They say, I said, why did you come to this country? They said, I said, if your country was rich, you wouldn't be here. If you are rich, if you are comfortable in your country, you have no reason to leave your country and come here and be laboring like a slave. I don't tell lies. I keep it real. If I don't have money, I tell you I don't have money. This is how life is. I don't pretend. I don't live a fake life. Some people are fake. You see the truth and you shy away from the truth. So guys, I want to end this broadcast here. Well, I saw somebody said we need to address this topic. Now we have addressed the topic. You understand me? We've addressed the topic. So, guys, I'll be coming back later for us to, touch other areas once more. Does anybody else want to come on? If you want to come in, I'll bring you in. If you don't want, Miss Mendes, I've not seen you for a long time. Good to see you. I wondered where you've been. I've not also seen Majestically Mane. I've not seen her for a while now. I've not seen a lot of many of my followers. Maybe they are busy doing something else. Conqueror, I appreciate you. That's how we roll here.
Thank you for the live, Uncle. It's been so informative, so good, so enjoyable. Honestly.
I appreciate you plenty.
And I like how unbiased you are. Like, you're very just straightforward and very honest, which is what I really like. You just say it how it is. And I like when you talk on the topic about how marriages in African marriages fail when they come to the West, and it's a lot of it to do with poverty, and again to do that oppressive mindset that a lot of Africans have. They want to oppress even in marriages. It's another tool for oppression, marriage and relationships. And I like how you addressed that. You said the truth, because a lot of guys who blame the woman, oh, women, feminism, this. No, the truth is, a woman who is being treated well in a marriage, being taken care of, most normal women would not want to leave their marriage or look elsewhere.
No.
And men too. It just doesn't happen. It's poverty, and it's that oppressive mindset. And it's like, even when they come here and they're working, the woman will say, hey, if I'm working, I'm making my own money, this, economy is stable, everything is fine, the education is good for my children, everything. I don't need to stay in a household where I'm being downtrodden, beaten, insulted, everything. And women want bad men. Oh my gosh.
Don't pay him attention. Don't pay me attention. It's not every comment you pay attention to. Please keep talking, please.
That is so true. So yeah, they say, oh, I see a lot, especially on social media, a lot of African men. Oh, don't bring your wives to Europe. Don't bring them from Africa, because when they come here, they grow wings. They grow wings, and then they become feminists. No, it's because you want to oppress them. You bring them here for the sake of oppressing them. Uncle, let me say something that's quite personal.
Okay.
I just left my well, I would say fiance, but we were planning to get married. I just left him last month. Why? Because he has this same, even though he's been in Europe for almost 20 years now, but he has this same African mentality that's so oppressive. And everything he described when it came to marriage, it just sounded like somebody's putting shackles or chains around my hands. I'm like, no, thank you. And it's like, I also thank God, because if I was in Nigeria or if I was in a different country and I needed him, maybe I would have agreed, because he was promising to pay my school fees, my university fees, and set me up my business.
Thank you so much, Esther. This is exactly what I was saying. Poverty pushed a lot of young girls into marriages.
Yeah.
You understand me? Poverty is what pushed a lot of young girls into marriages they are not supposed to go into. Keep talking.
Yeah. So I would have accepted it. It's a very seducing offer. If they offered it to another woman, she would probably be over the moon. She would be so happy. She would be so this. But me, I just said, the peace that I'm experiencing and the freedom and the respect that I'm experiencing, I'm not going to jeopardize that just to say I'm married, or just to say I have this man in my house, or because, oh, he wants to pay for this for me and buy for it and provide for me and this and that. It's like, I'm on my own. I haven't got any kids. I'm just taking care of myself, going to school. There's no pressure. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing in Africa. There's this pressure, this shame, this like, a married woman, oh, go and find your husband, go and find your husband. For what, though? Because it pushes women into the hands of abusers.
Correct. You're completely right.
Because uncle, and also
okay, now let me come. There are so many women I will still make so many videos. In Africa, if a woman is not married, she is seen as a bad woman. That is, they forgot that there are women who are unlucky, who met the wrong men in their life. If a woman should leave an abusive man, for instance, a woman got married and left an abusive man and was unable to remarry, you see the society tag that woman or label that woman a very bad woman. Here in Europe, there are so many single European women. They stayed single till they died and nobody had issue with them.
Absolutely not.
But in Africa, you see that African mentality. If a woman, I made a video, I said in that video, luck has a lot to do with success or failure in life. It's no joke. I'm still going to run a program with about it. You need to be lucky. You need luck to have a good life. And the thing is, well, this is why I'm here. A lot of people like to argue. You need luck is very, very vital, very crucial in our lives. If you are unlucky, a woman might be a good woman. You might be a good woman. You have a good manners. You have good work. You have it all, but might be unlucky to meet the wrong man. At a time, before you know, there are so many men, they hide their character. They pretend because they want to have you. When they feel you've committed yourself, they start their original behavior, their real character will come out. There are some women, after 1 or 2 children, they cannot bear it anymore. They cannot bear it. They decide, you see them decide to pull out from that marriage. It wasn't their fault. Especially, you see where a man has had many children outside, many girlfriends outside, and there are women who cannot take it anymore. Say, you cannot, I'm not somebody you can treat, especially in Europe here. Then if that woman decides to quit that marriage, they say she's a bad woman, she's a divorcee. And they tag her a bad person. Why? Why should you do that? She was unlucky to marry the wrong person. Do you understand me? So many women and men have been, not only women, men too have been unlucky to marry the wrong people. So in life, you need to have luck. I made a video where I spoke about, in that video, I spoke about how I rode with the train for years without being caught by the train ticket controller. I made a video. Somebody said something, he said, longevity has to do with genetics, your genes. How long one can live, he said, has to do with your genetics, your genes. I said, this man, what are you talking about? Listen, I know people who never smoked, never drank, ate the right food. They did a lot of sports, entered flights and died. They entered airplane and the plane crashed and they died. What has it got to do with genetics? You see, when some people talk, you know the level of their wisdom. Do you understand what I mean? I've seen people who are very careful in life. They did not drink alcohol, they don't smoke, they lived right, and they had car accidents and they died. What has it got to do with genetics? Some people like to come and show themselves as if they know it all. You need luck to live long in life. Those people that died in airplane crash, what is their offense? They were simply unlucky to board the wrong airplane. Do you understand what I'm talking about? You need luck in life. You need luck to have the right to marry the right man, the right woman. You need luck to get good job. You need luck to live in the right country, the country that will favor you. Everything. In fact, the number one key to success in life is luck. Luck. Some call it grace or favor.
Uncle, I was gonna say I'm a product of favor and grace. Honestly, grace and favor have taken me so far. What you're saying is so true. this is the thing of being at the wrong place at the wrong time or at the right place at the right time. Can I give you one topic that just happened to me recently with that?
Okay.
Like 2 weeks ago, my class, it was optional to come in that day. My teacher said, come in, we have like a taster day. Remember I told you we had the fair where people were coming in to do different topics, different schools and everything and all that stuff. So we were having children coming from year 9 to, to present the college, to say, hey, taster sessions of each subject to see if they want to study it in college, promote ourselves, like, hey, come and study with us. Now, I didn't know what that was, but I read the message and just said, okay, do you know what? I might not go. But obviously, I prayed and went to sleep, woke up in the morning, and something in me just said, go. And okay, let me listen to the voice of God. I know you, uncle, you're not religious, but let me listen to the voice of God. Let me go in. So I went into college and I got into the salon because obviously I'm in beauty school, so we train in the salon in the college. So I got into the salon now. My tutor, she had set out all the beds in the salon, set up everything, and there were different stations for different beauty treatments. And she said, Esther, stay on that station. You're the only one that came in. Nobody else wanted to come in today because they didn't want to be a part of the taster session. So you stay on that place with the lashes and you just present lashes. And when the young girls, the 14, 15-year-old girls come in, you talk to them and, promote the salon to them so they can come study with us. So I said, okay, you know what? I wasn't prepped for this, but let me just sit down and say, God, give me the words. Let me just, do something. So I sat down and the girls came, different groups from like 9 a.m. to almost 1 p.m. Mm-hmm. Different girls were just coming, groups were coming. I was just talking, doing my thing. Hi, Elliot, welcome. So I would just do my thing. Hello. Afterwards, my teacher was like, oh my gosh, if you didn't come in today, I don't know what I would have done. I didn't know nobody else was going to come in. I just thought, oh, the other girls will take over, they will miss me. Turns out, thank God I listened to the voice of God, because when I came in, I was the only one that showed up. And because of that, I told you, 2 days later, we had our exams. After my exams, my other tutor called me and she said, look, the students left positive reviews saying, oh my God, Esther from Lashes was so good. Esther, they were all leaving nice reviews about me. And I was like presenting the college so well. I did so well. I was so professional. In my head, I was all nervous. I was just saying, God help me. In my head, that's all what was going on. And then my teacher said, look, if you want to come and do a teacher training with me, you could become a student teacher. Something that people have to have 3 years work experience to be able to do. Mm-hmm. 3 years. She said, because of what you did that day in the taster session 2 days ago, I want you to come and be my student teacher. And I told my priest about it. He was like, this is what people fight for and pray for and fast for. But all because thank God, I was in the right place at the right time. That favor, that opportunity was handed to me. And I thank God for that. So what you say, Uncle, about favor and grace and all that stuff is so true. It's very true.
Good. Now, Elite X, before I allow you to speak, just 1 minute. How do you explain 10 people traveled to, let's say, US, Canada, Europe, European countries. They traveled from Africa to Europe, and 5 were deported, and 5 were able to establish themselves. How do you explain that? I tell you, in life, you need luck to be successful. Do you understand what I mean? You need luck to be successful in life. Someone might go to a place and that place may take his head. Somebody might go to a place and die. Another person will go to the same place and succeed. It has happened. I told you guys stories. You see some people go to a place where they say don't try it. They go there and come out alive. Another person will go there and it will take his head, his life. You need luck in life to succeed. Elite, let me leave you to speak before we conclude.
Uncle, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Why are you talking like you're talking exactly about my life this morning? Okay, first of all, everybody in the house. Good morning. My sister Esther, God bless you. Honestly speaking, I really appreciate you. I love your story. Wonderful. May the grace of the Lord never leave you. And, your ancestor will always be with you at the same time as well. So well done and kudos to you. Guys that you're listening, we love you all. Please do support this channel if you have the good intention, and do follow this channel. Follow Uncle Rodi on his YouTube as well. Uncle Rodi, good morning to you. Good afternoon to you, wherever you are.
Good
Now,
day.
I'm going to tell you this. I don't actually want to come online before, but I just like, hey, Uncle Rodi is online. Let me just listen again. And as I enter, it looks like, why are you talking about me, Uncle Rodi? You remember the story I told you last time now? Have you forgotten?
It's a long time now.
Shall
You've
I
been
tell
following
people
this.
again?
You've been following
Let me
this.
tell people again, then you will remember.
Okay.
Maybe I've not even tell you then. Guys, listen to this. It doesn't happen to somebody else. It happened to me. And I'm talking right now, giving testimony. This is exactly the topic Uncle is treating this morning. Me and my brother came into this country. As we came into this country, we don't have documents. We only came in as on a visa. So, you know that visa is between, maybe they give you 6 months or they give you a couple of years. You have to go back. But as we are then, we don't want to go because we know where we're coming from. We're a hustler. We're determined. We want to stay. Let me cut the long story short. Our passports have to expire. We got an advice from somebody. Go and do a fake one. We did a fake passport. Guys, do you see how the story is going? We went to go and get a fake passport. I remember that. I can never forget. We paid 700 each for that fake passport.
700 what? Pounds or euros?
700 pounds sterling.
Please pronounce it properly so that people will know. Keep talking, bro.
Let me say it again. 700 pounds sterling. If you guys can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, people are here. People are
pounds.
listening. Yes.
This was probably almost 20 years ago that I'm talking about. It's still a good money now. 700 pounds is still a good money now. Okay. We have that fake passport on Corona. Me and my brother, we now start saying, don't worry now. Since we have it, we can open bank accounts. We can do this. We too can stay on our own instead of using our brother's bank accounts. Uncle, this agency, they didn't give me work. As they didn't give me work, so they gave my elder brother work. I said, okay, no problem. So I stay home that day. I said, if you guys don't give me work, that means I don't have too much to do. Then I packed the documents in the house, let's say the broadband bill that I was paying, small thing that my name is on legitimately. Fine, pack everything. Add it together with that fake passport. I went into bank. I went into Barclays Bank. Guys, I'm telling you now, a lot of people that are in FYP, hear this. It happened to me. It doesn't happen to somebody else. I went to Barclays Bank. I sat down. This woman greeted me. Hello, how are you? Gave me a cup of tea. This one, that one. Took my passport. Took everything. Put it into the system. No problem. I won't mention my name. Just call me Elliot, as you know. Uncle know my name. If you do understand, I can message Uncle directly. Then, well done, mister. Don't worry. Have a nice time. I went on my way home. Remember, this is UK we're talking about. Me entered the place with a fake passport. I got home. I told my brother, my elder brother, who was older than me, probably like maybe 2 years plus anyway. I said, bro, when you are at work, me, I was at home. I did this, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, yeah, nice one. You see, I told you, we can do it. We're two young guys. We just want to hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Then, he too, on his day off, he went to one of the bank as well on the high streets. I won't just mention the town. This happened in London. I don't want to narrow it down more than that. As he get to the bank, he went into NatWest. The same document, he packed everything with his passport. Before you know it, my brother is in Nigeria.
They deported him.
I'm telling you.
Listen now.
This is your story.
Okay, now, listen, guys, listen. Thank you, Elite S. The same thing, where he went and succeeded, his brother went and they deported him. Are you listening? He's giving his own testimony. He's telling his own story. I do not know why some people like to argue. He is telling you now his own. Two brothers went to UK.
They went, two of them, for those of you who did not hear him well, they went and forged, they went and made another passport. He went, submitted his own passport. It went through. The brother went, submitted his own. They deported the brother. Keep talking.
Thank you very much. So, since then, honestly speaking, I cry. Even telling you this story, my soul is still crying. I felt like I'm the one that caused it to my brother. Like, I shouldn't have gone. I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have done this. I keep questioning myself. My parents keep telling me, don't blame yourself. My elder brothers keep telling me, don't blame yourself. I'm the last one in the family. My brother is still in Nigeria since then. You see, life happened, guys. When they say luck, that is the time I knew that there's a kind of a grace that follow me, because I do not have two heads, and so do my brother. We carry the same head into the place, the same blood. He's my blood brother. Literally, I can call him right now if I finish this call. He's still in Nigeria. I feel so sorry. Whenever I tell this story, Uncle, I feel like crying, because you don't understand, guys. I just shot the story for you of a kind of, they say 25 years make a generation. Exactly. So this happened to him or to us probably almost 20 years ago. Now I'm a British citizen, but he's not.
You see? Elite S, let me come in here. Before you came in, I told you, why do some people travel to a country? Someone will succeed, get nationality. Another person who went there with the same intention will be deported, will be sent back. I told you, you need luck in life. To succeed, you need luck. In marriages, in whatever you do in life, you need luck. You need to have luck. Some people, do you think success is all about intelligence? You are joking. Success is not all about intelligence. If you are intelligent and have no luck, forget it. If it is like that, all the intelligent people in this world will be billionaires. Success has nothing to do. Don't you see so many, there are so many uneducated people who made it in life. There are so many unintelligent people, so many people who became billionaires. You need to see, some people married, some people are not intelligent. There are women who are not intelligent, but married rich men, and their life became good. There are men who are very, very dull. What they have is luck. You need it. The number one key to success. Now, me, they tell you. Keep talking, Elite S.
Yes, thank you very much. Honestly speaking, I can't say it better than what you're saying. You need luck. Since then, who will tell me? I knew that a luck was following me. I knew that I carried that luck. Do you know how many times I feel like, wow, why don't I? They will give my brother was working with Kodak. You know Kodak? Mm-hmm. They do films. So he was working with Kodak then. And I'll be like, wow, agency will call you, they will give you work. I'm struggling. They do not give me work. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. That's why they say stay in your lane. Honestly, guys, let us remember one thing. Stay in your lane. If you try to look at somebody else and say, it's so good for you, I must jump on that road for you.
Elite S, please, thank you so much. You've been following this page for a long time. You are speaking is as if I am the person speaking, because you are a core follower of this page. If you want to be somebody else, you jump in, you will fall inside a pit. You don't do something like, because you see, Elite S now told his story. The brother went to do what Elite S did. He went to the same process, but he did not succeed. What if that your brother had followed another route? For instance, people that say they want to be like somebody else. You want to do something because somebody else did it. You have a different destiny. You don't understand this. Before I would involve myself in something, you will look very well. You look very well. That is why you have two eyes. Look multiple times before you get yourself involved in certain things. Soldiers, soldiers, during conventional warfare, soldiers go to war. Some come back alive, some die. Why is it so? Soldiers go to war to defend their countries or go on a mission. Some people return back alive, some people die. How do you explain that? You need luck in this life, even to live long. To live long, you need luck. How about people who are very careful, ate the right food, but died accidentally? How about people who were going on their own? They were on their own, and they met stray bullets. It happens in America, where you see amok, what is it called? Somebody will carry firearm, go to enter the class or maybe shopping mall and shoot everybody. What is the offense of that people? The people that were shot. You hear it every time in US. How about victims of terrorist attack? Most of these people, they ate the right food, did the right thing, but they were unlucky. At the wrong place, the wrong time. Man, sometimes you see some matured men, before you come online, well, I don't blame you, before you make a comment, you need to think physically and I say spiritually. You need to think very well. Some of these women you see today that are single, that you bully, many of them were unlucky. They met the wrong men in their life. I mean, they tell you. They met the wrong men. They married the wrong. That's why I keep telling you, there are some mistakes you make, you may not recover from it. You need to be very careful. There are mistakes you make, you may not. I didn't say you cannot. You may not recover from it. These days, I don't just tell people, man, it is your fault. I don't judge. You see some people come online, you want to comment because others are commenting. Did you think very well, or because you saw me make a video, you quickly want to discredit me? Longevity has a lot to do with genetics. Who told you? Do you know the number of people that have died from road accidents, died in accidental deaths? What has it got to do with genetics? How about people who died in the hands of their husband and wives? What has it got to do? When you marry the wrong woman, the wrong man, bad things starts happening in your life. When you marry the wrong woman and the wrong man, did you know so many people, so many women died in the hands of their husband? In the hands of their husband. Women don't drink alcohol, they don't smoke, they live a healthy life. Would you attribute it to genetics? I told you, some women are lucky. When you marry the right man or the right woman, good things start happening in your life. It has a lot to do with luck. So somebody will marry. You go into marriage with good intention. You went into marriage with good intention. Along the line, you discover that you married the demon. You married the demon. Either the man is a demonic being or the woman. Now fight, every day fight, quarrel. You need lucky to get the right spouse. You need luck to get the right spouse. In everything you do in life. Let me tell you. Say, may you not meet bad people in your life. Uncle, okay, you see, right, away from your marriage. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. I tell people, real life experience, I say it the way it is. If you're on this page thinking I would create videos that will appeal to you, no, I say it the way it is. If you like it, you take. If you don't like it, you leave it. And don't come here to deceive people. If you come here, if you think you are going to use your comments to this life, this is the way it is. This is how life. Luck. Some people are billionaires without working for it. They did nothing to be billionaires. They were born in it. See, this thing they say, if I make a video now, if I tell you, at times, people don't reap what they sow. You begin to argue. People at times don't reap what they sow. There are people who worked, they did not benefit, enjoy their hard labor till they died. There are people who were born. Tell me what is the name of these children, Diana, Princess Diana children, William and what's the name of, what did they do? Harry and William.
Yeah.
How did they become? They were born into wealth. How do you explain that? I tell you, a lot of things has to do with luck. They were born into wealth. Did they work for it? Not only them. So many people, so many children were born into wealthy homes, billionaires. They became billionaires without working for it. When I think on my own and make a video, I tell you at times, people don't reap what they sow. You begin to argue. And I've made that time to think it. I said, wow, it is the truth. There are some people who did good all their lives. All their lives they did good, but they got unlucky and tragedy struck. Bad omen. They worked hard, but they were unfortunate. I'm telling you, there are people that worked hard in life, but they were unfortunate. Have you not seen it? I've seen people here in Europe who did everything humanly possible to get documents. Some people, when they tell you what the amount of money they spent, you put hand there, you try this negative result, you try this negative. Do you know how this life is too deep? When I come back again, maybe we go spiritual. We talk about the spiritual aspect of this life. Why is it so? Why are some people unfortunate and some people fortunate in life? They say,
Uncle, some people chase that thing for 40 years and they get tired. They don't even want it anymore. They've old when it comes to this document issue. It's a very serious issue.
Elite S, please, thank you. Let me come. This is now. If I tell people that there are some people, 30 years, 35 years, they have been in abroad, they have not gotten documents, they say this man is lying. If I make a video, I tell, and there is a time when even when you eventually get that document, it will become useless. You will not know what to do with it because time has gone. Time has gone. What are you going to do with the document? Okay, look at me now. See me. Traveling doesn't even interest me anymore. Traveling does not interest me. I'm just at home on my own, enjoying my own peace. There is a time, it's like at this stage now, to build a house does not interest me. I see no reason why I should distress myself building a house. I do not know why, but that ambition is no longer there. I told you in life, there is a time and a season for everything. There was a time I was on fire, restless. You get to a point in life, after you've been in the abroad, you've been fighting, some people even forgot it. You are 60-something years, maybe 50-something years, you have no documents. You've been in Europe for maybe 25 years, 30 years. If they give you that document, you are already tired. Even by the time the document, you wanted to get the document in order to visit home, to go see your brother alive, to go see your mother, your father, your relatives alive. You want to go and see your mom. Some people are here in Europe, their father died, their mother died, they were not able to go back to go bury their parents.
Wait right there. Just please, wait right there, I beg you. This is my friend that happened to. He's in Nigeria right now as we speak. Because of these documents, his dad passed away. He could not go. But thank God, he's still probably in his 40s now. But when we got to the burial ground, he wept. This is what we call your dad passed away, but you cannot be there because of documents. Uncle, I pause there. I'll give it back to you.
Good. Now, there are so many people living in abroad here. Their father, who sacrificed a lot for them, their mother, who sacrificed a lot for them, died. Because of documents, they couldn't go home. Some, their sisters, their brothers died, they couldn't go home. Some served their wife, they left behind in Africa, died, they couldn't go home. Some, their husband died, they couldn't go home because they have no traveling documents. By the time you know it, all the people you left behind are all gone. You go just sit down, they look. This is abroad for you. If I make a video, you see some people come out, hey, yeah, this uncle, you are not talking. What do you know? I am telling you, people that came to my shop, they were crying. Say, bros, what do I do? I said, listen, just stay behind, don't go. Did you know how many people that came to seek advice from me what to do? Say, bros, what do I do? I say, stay here. Your father is gone, your mother is gone. Send them money. Because if you go, you will not come back. Which documents are you going to? You will not. Poverty will be your name. This is abroad for you. When I tell people, I made a video, I said, listen, at certain age, there are things that you shouldn't do anymore. There are things you forget. Some people say, this man. If you like, you listen. If you don't like, you leave it. I made a video, I said, look, there is a time you are not supposed to take mortgage. You are not supposed to go take credit from bank. I said, after some years, you are not supposed to go take credit from bank because you will not pay off that credit during your lifetime. You will die paying credits. Some people will tell you no time is, there is, some time is too late. Some things come late. You go to because this person is living in his own house. He took credit. Go take. You pay credit till you die. And you pass that credit on to your children. Your children will continue from where you stopped. I told you there is a time for everything. You think it's a joke. You come here to comment because everybody is commenting. Who no go, no go, no. If you don't, man, I've lived it, I've seen it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? In life, that's why there is a prayer that goes there. I went to church. It said, surely goodness and mercy. Listen to this. That's the grace. The prayer of grace. Listen. I remember it has been more than 25 years or so. I've not gone to church. Or more. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of. Did you hear? All the days of my life. Wow. At every minute of your life, you need goodness and mercy. May goodness follow you. What is goodness? Goodness, favor, grace. May mercy. Let people see you and have pity on you and favor you. You don't understand these things. Success. You need to pray for people to see you and like you and grant your request. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me. If goodness and mercy is not following you, forget it. You will, that is effort in fertility. You will labor in vain. If goodness and mercy are not following you. Somebody made a request. Ability is here once again. So I'm about to round up. Ability, I allow you to speak. Hope your connection is clear. So that I want to take a break now. I want to go for a therapy. Somebody made a request again. Okay. I bring people on. Ability, people are listening to you.
Hi, Mr. Uncle Roddy. Good afternoon.
You're welcome. The person I brought in, if you are not speaking, please mute your telephone so that we can hear Ability very well, please. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much as I meet you this afternoon to commemorate life and times. So I have just come now. Then I hear you are saying, I'm not over 2 minutes about you are saying, so I don't know what topic we are going to talk about.
Okay, maybe you just joined. You did not know we've been running this program for over 2 hours now. You just need to stay put, stay tuned, and you will catch up what we are talking. Let's hear from the next person, please.
All right. Uncle Rudy,
I
how
see.
are you?
I'm doing good.
I've been following you from Pittsburgh, United States.
Okay.
Your words have been very inspirational, but it only depends on who will adhere to what you are saying. It's very, very clear that goodness and mercy is what everybody needs to seek God for. Because in this life that we live in, we get our blessings and favors through other human beings. And that is only coming from God. It's only God that is making it possible, which is that goodness and mercy that enters them for them to be able to be a blessing to us, grant those wishes that we have. Because each and every one of us, we have our wishes and our dreams that we are praying and hoping for, So I understand where you're going to, and I hope that many of our sisters and brothers will understand and ask for that every morning before they leave their house. Thank you, my brother.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes, I've been running many programs here, and I've been talking to people. There are so many people that have been following this page for a long time, and they understood me. And there are people who just followed my page, and they want to just front themselves because they just want to discredit or say this man is not saying the truth or whatever. Well, it's up to you. I always say, I made a video, and you see some people. Well, everybody, everybody. It's not everybody must not understand me. It's not everybody that will understand what I say in my videos. See, you need when you go outside. I said this thing. Some people say, "How? Why should you people pity you?" You need when you go outside, somebody will see you and have pity. Have, I may say, mercy. The way you say, God have mercy upon me. That is how, that's why people, they say, man is God to man. Woman is God to woman. Say, God have mercy upon me. There is no God that will come down on earth and have peace. You cannot see God in his physical form to come and have mercy upon you. It is a human being that will have mercy upon you and grant your request. Somebody need to see you and pity you and give you what you want. I beg now, pity me. Please help me. That is what we've got to keep praying for.
Uncle Rudy, can I give them an example of what you're saying?
Okay, my sister, go ahead.
I went to, I was praying. I'm a traditional person anyway. I know there are some people that don't hear my language, so let me use English. So I was asking my chief, my God, to do me a favor. I needed to get my back taxes because here in America, if you miss a tax year, you have to make sure you get all those W-2s or 1099 to be able to file your tax appropriately so that IRS will not come after you.
Okay.
So I went to that office wondering, I said, God, how will I be able to get this? I was sitting down and there were people there. So one guy just passed and said, Madam, oh, are you still sitting here? I said, yes, so. He said, what can I do for you? I told him. He said, come. The guy sat down and opened his computer and did everything. I was shocked. The guy gave me what I wanted.
Instantly.
I couldn't believe it. In less than 5 minutes. I said, thank you, sir. He said, no, don't mention. So I saw that as a favor.
A big one.
I couldn't believe it. When I sat in my car, I said, what? I said, God, I thank you. I have been worried about this thing for over 2 months. How am I going to search for this? Do I call my past employers? I couldn't believe it because I had to go. We went to Nigeria. We were in Nigeria for almost 2 years. So with the insecurity and everything, we came back to US. So I needed to go back and search for all these things. And it was given to me in less than 5 minutes.
Good.
That is what I called goodness and mercy. Followed me to that office and gave it to me through a human being. So I understand. Thank you.
You are appreciated, my sister. So I'm going to share one time true life story with you guys. You will marvel. I'm going to share true life story with you guys. And man, you will see that in this life, all what you need is favor, grace, goodness to follow you. I'm telling you, that's what you need. So many interesting topics will be coming up on this page. Well, I've been seated here for a long time. I want to end the broadcast. I appreciate everybody who joined. I want to go out now. I've been talking. I'm going to continue. Story is plenty. That is, at times, it is not by hard work. They say in the Bible, they say the race is not for the swift. Did you hear that? Have you heard it? The race is not for the swift. I don't know the complete quotation of that Bible verse, but the race. See, it's not by how hard you work in life at times, but by His grace. It's not by hard work. I'm not telling you but by His grace. Well, I want to end this video here. My name is Rodi. I'm going to come live later tonight. Thank you to everybody who contributed.
Thank you so much, Uncle. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you.
I love this topic.
Thank you very much.
Those people that say that disagree with you are people who have never met somebody who has no empathy or no mercy.
Yeah.
When you encounter people who have no mercy, cold, like talking to a brick wall, when you need favor, those people who have never encountered that are the ones who are disagreeing with you.
Let me come. Esther, let me chip in something before I end the broadcast. There are people who may be cruel, hard-hearted, but because of the grace you have in you, the favor you have, even if that person's heart is like that of Pharaoh. See, there are hard-hearted people. When they see you, their hearts will be softened.
Absolutely. That's the truth. And that's why I agree with everything you're saying. When the word of God says goodness and mercy will favor you,
Yes.
all the days of it, it's the truth. I tell you, I'm living in favor. I'm a product of favor. So I completely agree with what you're saying today. So I really love this life. Thank you so much, Uncle. Thank you.
Appreciate everybody. Elite S, I
Pastor,
appreciate
thank
you.
you very much. Anytime, Uncle, anytime.
I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody.
Really appreciate you.
I appreciate everybody. Thank you, guys. I want to. Thank you. Well, if you came late, you can rewatch the video on my YouTube channel. You can go to my YouTube channel. You rewatch the video. I want to end the broadcast now. I appreciate everybody. I might be going live later tonight. So, guys, this is how we roll here. When I make a video, you are free to say your mind, okay? But don't abuse, don't insult it. Say your mind. My experience in life might be different from your own experience. You can say your mind without insulting anybody. Say your opinion as somebody who is civilized. Don't come here to fight anybody. We are above that. You see, most of the guys that are following this page are matured men and women. Some are in their 70s, 80s, 60-something years. You don't come here and make some childish comments because you saw others making comments. Before you make a comment, use your brain. How has life been with you? What have you witnessed? Use your life experience to at least judge things, realities of life. Then I see you guys later tonight. I want to end this broadcast. Thank you to those who are on YouTube. Who, if you see me for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. So, I'm not telling you I'm perfect. You may come up and teach me what I do not know. Do you understand me? It is only a foolish person who says he knows it all. But a smart person learn from everybody and everything. See you guys.